Guys, not gonna lie, this is about to be a cool moment. I'm very excited because Chandler mentioned your favorite tennis player. I happen to be a huge fan myself. Joining us, it's midnight 15 in Australia right now. Nick Kyrgios joins the show. Super Celtics fan, Nick Kyrgios, is really what I'm loving about this. So number one, I'm assuming you've just been up. Are you a night guy?
No, I was gonna go to sleep, but then I, just stayed awake, and it's 12:15, and I'm just anxious about tomorrow. To be honest, I just want the Celtics to get it done.
So the funny thing is when you say you're anxious, I was like, oh, what's tomorrow? And then I realized you're anxious for the game. From what you've seen so far, how could you still be anxious at this point?
Well, I mean, we had Kyrie Irving for so many years, and we all know what he's capable of doing. And I think, everyone's right in saying they're probably the best backcourt ever, offensively for sure. But I was telling all my friends and everyone here, I was like, we've probably the most well-equipped team to deal with the Mavericks, to be honest. Like, Derek White and Drew Holiday in the backcourt, lock anyone down. And I think even that last game, Kyrie had 35 or something, but the shots he was hitting were just, ridiculous. And you got to live with that. But if he can do that again in Game 4, I just need Luka to foul out.
I mean, it's definitely on the table that's going to happen. By the way, random question: why Celtics? How are you a Celtics fan?
2005, I got my first NBA game, and I picked the Celtics with Paul Pierce, and then we got the trade for Ray Allen and KG, and I'm just the biggest diehard Celtics fan ever. And then I did the podcast with KG and Paul Pierce when I was in LA, and I was like, just these dudes are just my type of people. They're so they just got no filter, and I was just like, this is the best. We're just sipping tequila, eating chicken wings. It was just it was all happening. Paul Pierce is my idol.
Yeah, he's a crazy person, but
his takes now too just keep getting crazier and crazier. But we love Paul Pierce. We all think it's pretty much a wrap tonight, Nick. We think it's going to be a sweep for her. Like you said, the Celtics just match up too well with the Dallas Mavericks. Is this the best Celtics team in your eyes since you've at least become a fan since 2005?
Well, I guess I got a soft spot for Rondo, Ray Allen, Pierce, Garnett, Perkins. I think that team was they were defensively different, and they just had they were a bunch of dogs on that team. But I think this team, they've got no weakness. Offensively, they when they move the ball, they can score on you any sort of way, and then defensively, they've been incredible. I think the Mavericks have even touched 100 this series, so. I mean, we're winning this series just purely on the defensive end, and we're just finding plays later in the stretch. JB's coming up so clutch. I can't believe how much he's grown. Obviously, I've seen Tatum and Brown and their development as soon as they came in the league. Brown, I was always a bit iffy about his closing ability in the past, but now, I think you can just put it to bed in the sense that he's probably our go-to guy right now. He's been closing out games, I think, better than JT has. Although JT was the only reason we kind of stayed alive last game, I thought, in the first half. I thought a blowout was coming in early, and then JT kind of started finding his stroke. So, I don't know. I think if this team went up against that team, I mean, I don't know. I can't do it to Rondo, man, and Garnett. I think those old guys might get him in 7.
We had Scott Brini on the show, and didn't he say he thought initially this team would beat them, but then after watching them, he's think they could expose them.
And that is
too
tough.
many dogs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now, you sweep the finals. That's tough to argue.
I know.
Something.
Nick, you kind of alluded to it, but right now, do you have JB as your Finals MVP?
I mean, look, I think if you just purely go on numbers, and I think plays down the stretch, I've been watching, bro. I'm a massive fan, by the way. You're an idol to so many of my friends. Lou Will, bro. Your reputation comes all the way to Australia. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I think on the finals, this is the biggest stage, and I think you look at the player that's continues to answer the call later in those clutch moments. Jaylen Brown's been, I think, ever since he got snubbed from All-NBA team. The fact that he didn't make any team is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Not even any Celtic bias. I just think he deserved to be on one of those teams. He's just been locked in ever since then. You could just tell that's been driving him. And I think right now I'd probably have him as Finals MVP. Although I do want Tatum to get it, because I know if they win it and Tatum doesn't get it, Tatum's never going to get his flowers. And I want him to get his flowers. He gets so much hate for no reason, I think, in my opinion.
So the media, they've tried to make these narratives that JB and JT, they don't like each other, which guy is better than the other. What do you think when you hear those narratives?
Ridiculous, man. I think when Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference MVP, Tatum was clapping, smiling. I don't understand. What do you want him to do? Jump on Jaylen Brown's back at the end of the game? I don't know. I've got like, I can't even speak to some of my friends that are like, remember when they were like split JT and JB up, like it's never going to work. Like I actually cut those people out from my life because I was like, I told you this, like, you got to be patient, bro. Like, and I think, I remember Kyrie even saying it, like when Kyrie was on the Celtics, like these guys were only like 20, 21 years old. Like they were coming into the league and I was like, got to let these guys mature a little bit because you could see their potential. And now, I don't know, man. Like they look good. If they win this year, I think we could do a three-peat.
There could be a few. And by the way, that's a big sign too, is that they're patient in Boston. Not a lot of teams have that, where they just let it simmer. I think you're the perfect person to ask about Luka and his ejection and everything that he does, because you're a fiery player too, Nick. That's why people love you. So your opinion, when you see Luka, for example, get himself thrown out of a game for fouling out in such an important moment with 4 minutes left, what are you thinking?
I mean, it was obviously a bad decision by him. Like, you got 5 fouls, you're taking a charge on the three-point line. And when I saw it, I was cheering. Like, I was on my knees saying, get him out of here. I was like, throw him out, get him out. And then people that are saying, like, the ref sold the game and all this, I'm like, bro, it's clearly a blocking foul. Like, there's no way that's going to get overturned. But, I mean, look, the Mavs wouldn't be here without Luka. Like, let's just give him his flowers. Like, probably the best offensive player in the league, hands down. Like, he makes people look so silly in the post, hits ridiculous threes, like, playmaking ability for sure. But I think the Celtics are definitely exposing him on the defensive end. Like, the amount of blow-bys, Drew Holiday's getting past, Tatum, and then just they're getting some open shots off, like, no rotation from Luka. Like, I love it, but at the same time, I think that's one aspect of his game he needs to improve if, you know, this Mavs team is going to probably go the next step for sure. And, like, he's probably gassed as well, like, late in the fourth, guarding Jaylen Brown. Like, it's probably not an easy task.
Nick, there was a video last year of you burning a Celtics jersey after they lost the Miami Heat in Game 7.
Yeah,
in the Eastern
you have to bring that up, eh?
Don't do it! No.
First of all, what would you do if they smoked 4 in a row here and they lost? If you burnt the jersey in this, what would you do if they happened to smoke this finals? And what would end this whole situation right
No,
here?
it's accelerant.
Look at the emojis. He was
What's
heartbroken.
happening?
He was heartbroken. Man. Hey, listen, we all have our moments, Nick. We all have our moments, man. He was heartbroken. You see the emojis?
I can see the emoji.
You were devastated, like you were pissed off, you were sad, all the emotions.
Yeah, I mean, last year was crazy though. Like we came back from 3-0 down. I was like, okay, we're going home for sure. We're going to the NBA Finals, and we got blown out. And I was like, halfway through the game, I was like, nah, I'm done with this franchise. Like I can't follow them anymore. Tweeting about Grant Williams, tweeting about Marcus Smart, just like absolutely giving it to my team. And then, I mean, look, if the Mavericks somehow, I'm not even going to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak it into existence at all. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to. I think we're just going to take this game, sweep them, and then let's worry about it.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. This would be a historic moment. You mentioned the fact that the game airs at what, 10:30 your time? Just have to do the math here. So then you have the rest of your day. So have the Celtics ever had a loss or a moment, or if this game for some reason was a loss, does that affect the rest of your day?
Yeah. There's been some times where I've like Celtics have lost in like OT or double OT, and I'm just like, I don't even feel like going out on the tennis court, and I lose. And there's actually a bit of a reputation. Like if the C's are playing and like I'm watching, like it affects my mood on court. They're like, oh, you lost. You like if they win though, then that's probably when I play my best tennis. Not gonna lie.
That's amazing.
Noted.
Nick, I can't help but notice your artwork in the back, your tribute.
Yeah, it's Kobe. Sorry.
To Bean. Yeah, man. That's an amazing painting. I wanted to ask on the basis of that, who's your favorite NBA player of all time? I can imagine that it could be one of your guys in green, or KG, or somebody like that. But I wanted to know who's your favorite player of all time.
I got a few. Like I used to love T-Mac, but I played basketball growing up, and obviously before Kobe passed, like I hated the Lakers. Like I used to watch him just score multiple baskets on all of our players. I was like, dude, this guy he's just too good. And I still remember that day when he passed. It was like I was playing 4th round in the Australian Open and actually walked out in his Kobe jersey. You know, and I've got a tattoo of Kobe as well. My whole right arm's basically covered with, you know, some of the greats of all time, Bron, Kobe. But probably my favorite of all time though, It's a tough question, bro. I'd probably say like Pierce or Rondo. I like the fact that Rondo won in the Lakers and in the Celtics as well. I think that's one of the coolest things ever. So probably have to go Rondo.
Oh, that's what's up.
I like that.
Nick, we like to compare sports too and figures. So if there was a comparison, who would the Nick Kyrgios of the NBA
Tobias
be?
Harris. I play like Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris?
Like in his prime though.
What?
Like when he was
Not
like,
this
in
playoff,
Orlando.
This is
Tobias
not what I
Harris.
saw coming.
No.
I play with Tobias.
No, Tobias Harris has game.
The Tobias that got the money.
Like
that Tobias.
Orlando Tobias Harris,
right.
and like when he got to like Detroit, he played for Detroit, didn't he? I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he played
got a
for
bag
that.
in Detroit.
When he played there, he was giving you buckets, like good mid range, can step back into three at elite level, pretty good defender. I
what's
feel
up.
like I'm Tobias Harris.
I didn't hear that coming.
Did
but that's
not.
what's up.
You could have given me 1,000 guesses.
No.
I don't think I would have gotten that one.
I was thinking more personality-wise.
Me
too.
too.
I was thinking more like,
Like,
and it's damn sure not Tobias Harris.
someone
Personality-wise, like I really do like Draymond. I'm not gonna lie.
There we go.
Shocker.
That's more what we were thinking was going to happen. That makes sense to me now. All right, look, we all have players we can't stand. You've tweeted about a few, so I'm wondering, are there players you like just cannot stand?
You could say.
Why is it Grant Williams?
Who was that one guy that used to be on the
This is controversial.
Celtics? Then he got
This
traded
could
from the
be hot water,
Mavs.
man.
Now he's in Charlotte.
You know what's funny though is we had Grant Williams on the show this week, and all I could think about was
No,
like,
I like Grant. I like Grant. I just
He just gets
You
so
literally
You get
ethered him on Twitter
you
last
did.
year.
You did.
yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. But I gave him his props too when he was hitting threes. Look, there's two sides. I really like Pat Bev. Like a lot of the time, his competitiveness is like I love that. But when like we're playing against him, there's something about him, man, that I just can't like. Oh, he's just like does it too small. And I just don't like people that really pester LeBron too much. Like I love LeBron, like, and I just feel like Dylan Brooks and these guys that try and act like they talk like they're on the same level. I'm like, bro, you're just not. You're just not. You know what I mean? I can't do
instigators.
guys like that.
Pat would take that as a compliment.
Right?
by the way.
Pat's like,
he would
Pat's
take
one-
that as
That's
a
what I
compliment.
know, but I know he would.
He's one of those guys that you hate when he's not on your team.
right, which is a Draymond too.
Yeah, he pisses you off, but you want him on your team. Same with Dylan.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you come across another athlete or an NBA player? Like I played tennis, not very good. I played with Grigor one time. It's like there's so many levels. It's insane. Have you come across an athlete or an NBA player that's actually pretty solid at tennis, or they're all?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward's solid. Yeah, that's right.
He played tennis growing up at college, I'm pretty sure. So we actually linked up in Miami, watched one of my matches, and we had a hit beforehand. He's pretty good.
Wow.
Gordon
He's pretty good.
Hayward.
And you've dabbled in the pickleball yet, or no chance?
Yeah, no, I play pickle every Wednesday in my hometown. I play here, and I'm part owner in the Miami Pickleball Club as well.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's growing over there. You guys love it over there.
Oh, dude, we love. I'm part owner in the Dallas team. It's on fire.
He all
Everywhere
he
you go.
talks about is pickleball.
I play all the time.
Yep.
Gotta get Leah. Lee, I just called you Lee.
Don't worry about it.
You know, it's our
the
last day.
Yeah,
Whatever, I don't care.
JJ Barea said he's really good at pickleball.
He did say that, and you took it personally, which I found interesting.
I feel like David Lee should be pretty good at it.
David Lee
dates,
should be. He used to play tennis.
He's
too.
married a tennis player, so I feel
Great
like
point.
he'd probably play in Champion tennis.
Oh.
So.
Something he must have
Wait,
played.
this last question I just now saw.
Yeah, this last question I'm ready for. Nick, you recently joined OnlyFans. Please take us through what that means exactly.
Well, you're gonna have to subscribe and come and look.
Come on!
You have to pay the piper.
Is it feet pics? Like, what am I looking
Yeah,
at
it's
here?
feet pics, Michelle.
No, it's just like
It's
it's a lot
exclusive
of like
content. It's just
of-
exclusive
It
content.
is.
Brilliant.
It's exclusive content, but
That's it.
no, it's like they're trying to get more athletes on there, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It really has been. Like obviously it's been pretty chaotic and stuff, but it's been really good to give people like an insight of like I think my daily routine and some of the things I do off the court. Like, look, if Lou Will had an OnlyFans, you best believe I'd be his biggest subscriber.
My wheels are
When he's-
spinning.
when
I'm
it-
like,
when-
I think I'm in.
I think you should be
That's
in.
what I'm saying. I want when you hit the night shift, that's what I'm going to be subscribing, bro.
Dude, you should do this, Lou. It's like Whitney Cummings did a whole comedy thing on it. It's like, it's
not a bad idea.
Expanding.
I don't need much convincing. Trust me.
No, let's see. We
I
already
don't
done.
need much convincing.
Nick, tell us about your podcast before we let you go. It's Good Trouble is what it's called. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so season 1 just finished. I had 10 episodes, and man, it was pretty surreal for me. Like a kid from Canberra, Australia, and to start Good Trouble, I had Mike Tyson, Gordon Ramsay, Jay Shetty, some of these amazing people, and like on season 2, Garnett's going to come on, which will be super exciting as well. But man, it's been real surreal, like having these people sit down and listen to questions that I've asked them. Like it's all like imposter syndrome for me. So even to be here, like I'm a massive NBA fan, bro. I've seen you guys play and mad respect for you guys. But yeah, Good Trouble's going to be good. I'd like to have you guys, if you want to come on, it's going to be a lot of fun.
No doubt.
It'll be an honor. We'll come on together. Talk shit.
You have
that'd be
to.
sick.
Good Trouble's a good name. Nick, this has been an absolute joy. We appreciate it, man. I know it's a crazy time. Best of luck.
Of course.
Morning time.
Yes,
the game's going to be great. Have a good breakfast. Enjoy it.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, Nick.
We appreciate it.
Up the seas. Up the seas.
I mean, they're going to sweep. It's kind of insane, isn't it?